we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And this is one of the main curses that we have as human beings, is that we can take something that is so little, so insignificant, that really doesn't matter, and we can make it massive, and we can lose our sleep, our health, our happiness, our self-esteem, our friend, our loved ones over that little things that doesn't even matter. And we can even forget why it started. That's how crazy the mind can go deep in some dark corner if we are unable to control it, if we are unable to command it, to take the power back, to step out, to detach from the mess that we create in our own mind. Because what happens is that the moment you start to create those thoughts, those images, that meaning in your mind, you start to feel it in your body. And the moment you start to feel it in your body, it is already part of your reality. It might not be around you yet, physically, right? But if it's in you, in your emotion, in your thoughts, it's your reality, because that's how you know your perception. So in that moment, you may be sitting at home and you may be safe, and you may be thinking about the worst case scenario of something, and you may be crippled by anxiety, by shame, by guilt, by all those, lower emotions, unable to tell the difference between what is happening here and what is actually real in that moment around you. So if you keep giving your attention and your energy and focusing on your things, your mind, I guarantee you, and you know it, your mind will really go at it. It will fucking go at it, and it will dig fucking deeper. As deep as you let it go, the mind will go. Because what you focus on expands. So it's not that your mind is evil or that it's bad or wrong. It's just you are unable to control your attention, to separate, to stop, to take the power back, to detach, and to command your mind to, to stir it really in another direction, just like a wild animal that you need to pull back, that you need to calm down, and that you need to take away. So you gotta be in control. You gotta stop projecting all your past experience, all your beliefs, all your reaction, all those perceptions onto what is happening and onto the future. Because if you keep on doing that, you keep on going to pollute your perception, and your perception equals your reality. So it's going to affect your decision, it's going to affect your energy, it's going to affect what you do, it's going to affect what you create. And the loop never stops. And before you know it, you're in that down spiral. And that's where a lot of people are unable to kind of break out of this. So really, we gotta master detachment. Detachment is so important if you want to live a life of, being not only calm but peaceful and happy, but also being able to attract and manifest things in your life from a state of flow. Because detachment puts separation between who you are, where you are, what is happening, and seemingly everything that may be happening around you. And if you are not able to detach, to step out, to have a better thought, to feel greater, to look at the solution, to control your attention and the meaning you give things, then who is and what will be in control of your life? What will, I tell you this, is your past belief, your past conditioning. And if you let your past create your future, it's going to become a very predictable future. So the moment you detach, the moment you stop caring, the moment you stop giving importance and significance and energy to every little thing around you and making big little dramas out of every little thing, you claim that power back. Now you have energy, now you have power, now you have thoughts, now you have opportunity to redirect your energy, to focus on something else, to break the pattern, to think greater, to feel bigger, to live in a different state of consciousness. You see, the pattern that we have is we are constantly chasing things. We project all those qualities, all the things that we think those things around us will give the moment we get. And when that doesn't happen, or it doesn't meet our expectation, we go into those little tantrums. We become control freaks, and we become obsessive, and we become anxious, and we become nasty, and we become obsessive and where you feel like everything is against you, God even is against you, right? So you can go really some dark corner, but if you learn to detach that those things don't mean anything unless you give it that meaning, and unless you can start to see that where you are is perfect regardless of whether you get that thing, regardless of whether this is happening or not. If you can come to this place right now, I know this is a big paradox because you may not be seeing your situation right now as perfect, or you may be feeling you're so far from perfect. And that shows you how much resistance and fighting and incongruencies there is with your current situation right now. If there is no acceptance of where you are, there is resistance toward where you are. And if there is resistance, there is no detachment. So for you to be able to go beyond where you are into something greater, you gotta be able to accept that this is where I am. You gotta be able to accept that, to see your situation for what it is and not make it worse by polluting it with extra thought, extra meaning, extra story, extra energy, and to simply accept where you are, and then to refocus your attention, refocus your thought, refocus your visualization, your imagination, your decisions, your actions, your energy toward who you want and need to become to shift things in your life. But if you fight where you are, you will continually go back into that old self, in the old thoughts, in the old resentment, in the old guilt, in the old shame, and keep on creating the same thing, because what you resist will persist. And it comes from the paradox that I want to pull it out, I want to get rid of it, I want to remove it, so I fight it. We go to war, right? And we fight others, and we are violent, and we protest, and we cancel, and we shame, and we do all this shit in our society, and it doesn't fucking work. And you can look at history of humanity on a large scale, or individual, or your own personal life. Those patterns don't work. They only perpetuate victims and hatred and resentment and anger and all those problems. We might be burying one, and then there's 10 more that pops up that are just reflections and symptoms of the original one. So it's not different in your life. You must make peace with your past, with your life, with your body, with your mind, and you gotta simply accept this is where I am. I have created this, and to some extent I am responsible. I'm taking responsibility. Let me make peace with it. Let me detach from all the stories and all the labels and all the things I've put on this present moment, and simply accept that here now in this present generous moment, it's okay, it's perfect, because now is the only point of power, the only place where you can actually change completely the trajectory of your life. But you cannot do it if you keep fighting what is right now, because the fighting perpetuates the cycle. So accept what is, and then focus your attention on what you want, who you need to be. Focus on raising your thoughts, raising your self-belief, raising your self-concept, do all those things and create that new perception in your mind. But don't be attached to the outcome. Become attached to who you're becoming. Because if you keep on chasing something else now, you're still missing the point. The point is to become able to be in this moment now, the person you need to be in order to create that life in physicality, in your physical reality that you want. But you must be that person now. And that's why I said that if you keep fighting here and now, you will never be that person. You will always fall back into who you used to be. And so there is a lot of paradox in those things I'm telling you, because it may sound counterproductive and it may sound like, well, how could it be this and that? And so to the mind, to the logical, to the intellect, sometimes it doesn't make sense. How can I accept what is, but look at my life? But if you keep looking at your life and you keep energizing those things, you keep on creating the suffering in your imagination. And so what you perceive to be true will remain true. The mind struggles to understand that. If you can be here accept what is, and then elevate your thought, your perception, and create a better future in your inner world now. That is the way where not only you can find solution, not only you can raise your energy, not only you can be more at peace, more happy, more calm, more detached, more all of these things, but this is the shift that you must be, because you cannot live in the old energy, in the old mindset, in the old personality, and expect anything else to drastically change in your life. I hope this video makes sense, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. As always, if you have any questions, make sure you write them down. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well before leaving this video. I will see you next time.